Welcome everybody to the second training seminar. I'm going to go through the different approach that might help to the implementation of the MC campaigns. Okay, so this is a state-of-the-art report on active mobility consultancy campaigns. Okay, yes, I'm going to go through the big 4 points. I'm going to talk about why there is a need for a massive travel behavior change. And after, we'll focus a little bit more on the individualized or dialogue marketing campaigns. And I will go through different projects that they implement in soft policies. We're going to talk about a little bit of soft policies. And the last point will be the conclusions and recommendations, okay? This is going to be really quick. Why there is a need for a massive travel behavior change. There's a high dependence on car use for every type of trips. And this tendency haven't stopped growing in the last decades. And apart from all the travel to congestion and traffic, it gets a lot of consequences for the environment and health of communities. Okay. So what we have here, there is an agreement about the need of reduce this intensive car use. But at the same time, what we have is we find the resistance by users, right? So how to promote these changes in mobility partners, how to help users to change. Okay, well, so I think the key is we need to find out when and why travel behavior change actually occurs. So we got. I found a few different reasons for voluntary behavioral change, okay? So, and here there's arriving at a point where the negative effects of an existing activity reach a certain level of intolerance, realizing for the first time that it's possible for me to change as an individual, hearing of someone else who has changed, particularly someone who is in trust, respect, or perceived to have similar values. Also, experience a change moment. We will see some of the campaigns. We will see they use, for instance, the fact that somebody has moved to a new city because in there they are new windows open for just to try to change behavior. Okay, and also feeling that a change is appropriate because it's fashionable. And I add one is key for the MC campaigns is the severe miscalculation of lack of motivation and information. That's sometimes one of the reasons why people don't use public transport. Okay, so from within the travel demand management, there are two different approaches. One is the top-down and the bottom-up. The top-down correspond with the hard policies and the bottom-up with the soft policies. That's the main focus of the MC campaigns. So more or less description, the top-down measures are cohesive measures, infrastructural and technological change that often require important investments. For instance, increased cost for car use or physical improvement of infrastructure. The bottom-up, there are policies developed in collaboration with stakeholders. They are non-coercive psychological and behavioral strategies. And they are the instrument they use of soft policies. Okay, for instance, the one we are going to use in the MC campaigns, individualized or dialogue marketing. So soft policy, they've been undermined in the past, but currently are the cornerstone of numerous studies. Can say there are all attempts to promote a voluntary change behavior. Their main aim is to change subjective perception that people has about public transport, okay, in terms of fares and time traveling. So the one that is the one we're going to focus on would be the individualized marketing, and also in the literature you can find individualized marketing, social marketing, dialogue marketing. Okay, the key features are a multi-step marketing approach aiming to voluntary change. That is the key. Okay, just we need to find or to get voluntary change from users. It establishes a dialogue using direct contact and step-by-step communication. We see later where these different steps when we have to approach travel users. It embraces a personalized travel planning, travel awareness campaigns, and public transport information and marketing. Okay, so there are a set of measures around the campaigns we will see later on. And in facing miscalculation and lack of information of motivation to promote travel behavior change, it's only possible by individualizing. So that's the key, because every user has a different perception of public transport, and there's a reason why they don't use it. So this is the, you might have seen this a few times already, but I just want to go really quick. So the individualized marketing is direct contact segmentation, where we identify the different type of users, and after we approach them in a different way. So we just deliver a different personalized information when they require so, or when they don't want to be involved, we don't contact them anymore. So there are also the motivation stage, the information when we deliver the information they require, and we try to tailor that information to their needs. And just to also motivate them, one of the incentivation systems are deliver test tickets, right? Just for them to use free transport, just to try. And also the last one would be an evaluation stage. So there are 4 key things for the future to develop, and we need to take this into consider this. This interdisciplinary approach, not explored enough, which is we can only by approaching travel users about their public transport. We can also, for instance, see their intention about energy efficiency, okay, or reduce energy use, or whether are their attitudes about environment. So there's the application area. There are very few programs developed in rural areas, okay. So and Smart Move is just to try to solve that. Impact stability over time. That's one of the most difficult or the challenges we face is just to keep or that change remains in time in the long term. And the last one was with the overall impact assessment. Okay, in sometimes the positive side effects of this type of campaigns are not considered. For instance, from the environmental health issues perspectives. So lessons learned from mobility projects. I'm going to go quick through different programs you might have seen in the deliverable, so you are really familiar. So on this project, the Kivitansalan project, 5 different cities took part, and I just want to pay your attention to the different additional measures they used to promote those campaigns. For instance, in Ljubljana, there was opinion surveys before the campaign. In Ghent, the members of a specific district received tailor-made brochures. Or for instance, in Berner, they got the same survey every year to keep on the relationship, but to update the feedback they have from public transport users. In York, was took a personalized travel planning interventions. And they just ran questionnaires with incentives that, like the test travel tickets.